Week 2 recap, guys. We're going to get into week 2 and talk about all the headlines. Then we're going to get into the injury news. And then we're going to talk about week 3, what we expect. Let's go. All right. Welcome to the show. This is the Frankly Fantasy Football Podcast. We are your hosts, Frankie and Johnny. Frankie, did you make it through week 2 unscathed? Did you make it? How'd you do?
Kind of unscathed. You know, when you're holding down the fort with Jamar Chase, you know, he had a great week, but boy, oh boy, I don't know how this is going to work moving forward. But man, you know, in the 4 leagues that I'm in, I won 3 of them, so I'm not too upset. You know, overall, it was a good week.
There you go. That's all you can ask for. We said week 1 is a liar. Week 2 this year, Frankie, I think week 2 woke up this morning dangerous. You know, woke up feeling dangerous. There you go. Your Baker Mayfield.
That's right.
Woke up this morning feeling dangerous. Week 2 feels very dangerous to me, man.
Very dangerous.
Had some injuries. Had some guys come back down to earth. We've got some surprises in the top 5 finishes after 2 weeks, you know.
Crazy.
Don't freak out, everybody. Don't freak out. It's week 2. I hear the conversations going, okay, I'm out. I'm out of the playoffs. I'm going to start making trades. Guys, it's week 2. Yep. Chill. Everybody chill.
Long season.
It's all good. It's a long season. But it is crazy, man. I mean, let's talk about some of the things that did happen last week. I mean, we talked about fading the Giants. Holy shit. I mean, Russell Wilson must have read he's in New York now. So here's the difference, okay? He was in Seattle. Nobody cared. He won a Super Bowl, went to a couple. Nobody gave a shit, didn't get a lot of press, whatever. He's in New York City. Now he gets to feel what Daniel Jones felt because that press is brutal. And let me tell you, they gave it to him. Good for Russ. Came back out. We said fade all these guys because after what we saw in week 1, there was no chance in hell we were playing. Russ cooked, baby. He cooked 450 goddamn yards, man. Yeah.
Oh, you mean the QB 11? You mean the QB 11 right now on the season? Russell Wilson? Yeah. He's looking good, man.
It's gross. I mean, all right, what does this mean? Okay, it's week 2. Are you throwing Russell Wilson out there in a 1-quarterback league right now?
No. Probably not. Absolutely not.
You're not.
Especially against Kansas City coming up. No chance.
The only way I would play Russell Wilson is if I'm streaming quarterbacks and I have Malik Neighbors.
Yeah, there you go.
That's pretty much it. You know, I'm also, if that's the case, I've got Jackson Dart on the bench.
Yes. I mean, Jackson Dart's going to see the field. He already did technically, but he's going to start eventually.
Yeah, it will happen. But man, good for us and good for Malik. It's great. Malik Neighbors, the receiver 1 right now.
Moonball right into his hands, baby.
Beautiful. I mean, that's what Russ can do. I'm glad he did it, man. Let's talk a little bit about the Colts, man. I mean, all our recaps so far, 2 in a row. Week 1, week 2. We're talking about the Indianapolis Colts, man. And Indiana goddamn Jones. Okay? Indiana Jones, man. Yeah, there it is. Let's go. Indiana Jones. I'm sorry, Daniel Jones. Excuse me. Let me double check here, Frank. Yes, Daniel Jones is the QB2 in fantasy football, depending on your scoring.
And what's even crazier is Russ, and for week 2 was number 1 in passing yards. Guess who was number 2? Indiana Jones. I mean, dude, it's crazy what's going on here. I mean, it really was crazy.
There's nothing better than seeing guys that are owned by no one be the top 2 quarterbacks. You know, hey, Jesus. Why do we even do this? Why do we even have rankings if week 2, the leaders are going to be Russ and Danny Dimes?
Yeah.
You know, why do we even do this? I quit.
Insane.
We're done.
Done.
I'm hitting
we can
stop
retire.
And we're done. Hey, great for the Colts. Great for Indiana Jones. You got to love it. I mean, looking ahead, who do they have this week, Frank? I mean, who are we looking at as far as, they're at Tennessee. So, I mean, it's going to continue.
Yeah,
right?
fire them up.
Fire up Indiana Jones, man. I mean, yeah.
He is a guy I'm starting, by the way.
It's a huge streamer this week. Let's face it. I mean, we're going to get to it, but, you know, there's 5 teams with quarterbacks that, that's all I can say. We'll get to that, man. We'll get to that. Seahawks This is another team. I'm going to say I was wrong, man. I faded
Man,
this team big
me
time.
too.
And I was unsure about Sam Darnold, all the change happening, JSN being the number one. Can he be that guy? Can Kenneth Walker stay on the field? The answer to all of those is yes. The
Yes.
answer is yes. So far, Sam Darnold's a viable fantasy quarterback. Absolutely.
Looks
Kenneth
great.
Walker looks fantastic. If you've got him, start him every week. He's on the field. He looks great. And JSN, man, he was your off the board guy.
Was off the board.
Are you? It's only 2 weeks. Are you ready to have a conversation with JSN and apologize, or are you not there yet?
No, I'm not there yet. I'm
Oh,
gonna
no,
hold
okay.
strong. You know,
No,
just like I wanted to kick Joe Mixon in the fucking face. Remember that? Like 4 seasons ago? Yeah, I'm holding strong. It's week
Okay.
2.
All right. Well, you hold grudges a little while. I understand that. It's hard for you to let go sometimes. I was just seeing where you are. Where you are
Yep,
you?
I'm holding.
Somewhere between reconciliation and choking a bitch. Where would you put yourself with JSN?
Closer to the choking of the bitch. But yes.
I think what you're looking at, see, you're shadow projecting right now. You want to choke yourself for
That's
talking
true.
shit about JSN.
That's true.
That's what's going on.
That's exactly it.
You're mad at you, Frankie, not JSN.
Fuck you.
James Cook. Yeah, we didn't know if he was going to be able to sustain these touchdowns. Holy
Stud.
shit.
Stud.
What are you going to say? I mean, how many touchdowns is this guy going to score? I mean, I wonder what the over under is on that. It's got to be like 15.
It's got to be high.
It's got to be high, man. Yeah. So awesome. He's an absolute touchdown machine. Frankie, describe to me the starting quarterback for the Kyle Shanahan 49ers. What's going on there?
Oh boy, you got some mac and cheese happening over here with a little slice of some CMC with a Juan Jennings coming over top with the delicious sauce. Yeah, dude. Kyle Shanahan has put together one hell of a burger. You like what I did there? That was really good.
I like
You know,
that.
Mac Jones, man, 279, 3 tutties. I mean, what a great backup situation to have with Brock Purdy being out. I don't know if you're really missing a step, if I'm being honest with you.
That's what I was going to ask you. What is the difference between Mac Jones and Brock Purdy? I really don't see a difference. You know, I mean, Mac Jones has the pedigree. Brock Purdy does not. You know, so I don't
Brock
know.
Purdy did take him to an NFC Championship game and a Super Bowl. So there's that.
I get it. Listen,
you just don't like Brock Purdy.
I like everybody, Frankie. I don't hate anyone. I am a man of peace. I am a man of Zen. He is just not for me. Okay.
Except for Brock Purdy. I love everybody. But
I'm going to exercise my right of choice, and
There you go.
I am going to choose to not particularly like Brock Purdy. Okay.
There you go. Fair. Hey.
Mac Jones, I don't see any difference. I don't, guys. I don't think it's going to be that much different for you. If you've got Juwan Jennings, Ricky Pearsall, CMC, I think that's all going to be fine. If you've got Brock Purdy, pick up, if you haven't already, pick up Mac Jones, and I don't think you're going to miss a beat there. 2 quarterback, Superflex league.
Great.
Fire him up, Mac Jones. Absolutely. No question about it. All right, Lions. Hey, the Lions are back.
We're
Lions
back.
are back. All they needed to do was have Ben Johnson come back in there and get everybody pissed off. They all went apeshit, guys. So fire them up. If week 2 had come around and the Bears had worked them over on their Bears defense, worked them over,
I'd be a little nervous.
I'd be freaking out. I'd be panicking. That's too many, all those guys were drafted in, the top 4 rounds, basically. So, I mean, it would have been freak out mode. Nothing to worry about. They're back. Fire them up, boys. It's all good to go. Couple teams that should be panicking, though. Dolphins, man.
Panic.
What?
Hard panic.
Talk to me about the Dolphins. What do we do?
I mean, it's a shit show, man. The defense is terrible. Tua is, yes, I understand. Tyreek had a much better bounce back game, guys. Looked really good. For the most part, Tua's still missing him. Like, let's be real with ourselves.
Yeah.
Like, he's still missing him when he's open. And then Jalen Waddle, yeah, he looked pretty solid as well. There's an issue, though. There is an issue. Tua does not look right. And I don't know if the team's really responding to McDaniels right now, man.
No, they're not. I think that ship has passed, man. I think McDaniels had a cool thing going on.
It was.
I think he was the cool guy for a while, and I think that I don't think they have the proper culture there either. I don't think Mike McDaniels is a culture guy. I think when the ball's rolling and things are good, I think it's easy to be a good leader. When things are difficult, that's where good leaders have to step up. And I'm
Dan
not sure
Campbell.
he's that guy. Dan Campbell, a great example of that. Yeah. But yeah, I think things are real hot there. I think there's going to be some massive change during the season that's going to really disrupt Are you worried about Tyreek? I mean, is this a guy 149 yards, no touchdowns in 2 games? What are you doing with him? I mean, are you looking at maybe flexing him, maybe getting a better flex option? I mean, what do we do moving forward with Tyreek Hill? What are your
Hold
thoughts?
tight.
You're the Tyreek guy.
I'm the Tyree guy. Guys,
Yeah.
we're holding tight. We're holding tight. This past week was showing exactly what we needed to see, right? John, correct me if I'm wrong. Pull up those stats. But was it 6 receptions for 109 yards? Is that what we were looking at for Tyreek Hill for this past week?
Yeah, I mean, Tyreek was 6 catches, 7 targets, 109.
109.
No touchdowns.
Yep.
So, yeah, 14 roughly points in fantasy. So, yeah, good game. I mean,
Good game.
week.
Good game.
Yes.
And I think we hold tight. I think you hold tight because also if you were to move off of him, let's just say we're already in the thought process of trading. Guys, you're not going to return the value yet. Wait till he pops off a few more times. And then if you really want to trade him, go ahead. But for me, I'm holding tight.
Yeah, and this week at Buffalo,
Yeah.
spread's 12.5, man. I mean,
Whew.
this makes you think, though, Tyreek has to be involved. Like,
Has
you
to.
fire him up because they're going to be down big time. I mean,
Definitely.
the Bills are going to have their fucking way with this Miami defense. It's going to
Totally.
be gross, but they're going to have to throw a ton. I mean, the
Game script's going to be great.
game script should be great for Tyreek this week. So, yeah, play him again this week. If he's not getting it done and Tua's not getting it done this week, then we'll have different conversations. And we'll come back and let you know what's up here. Other panic team here is Bears. Are we panicking on the Bears?
Full panic. Full
Really?
panic. Dude, and the reason being, guys, is because during the offseason, the Bears spent they were top 4 in most spent dollars for their defense, and their defense looks terrible, atrocious. And then also, it's just their offense isn't clicking properly. Like, yeah, Rome is looking real solid. DJ Moore looks like a piece of shit. Receiver 54 on the season so far. Yes, I get it. There's 2 weeks. There's a ton of season left. But what we're seeing, man, yeah, he's getting 11 targets over the last 2 weeks. Man, I just don't know. And then DeAndre Swift's kind of floating okay. He's just in the middle a little bit. And Caleb Williams, man, what I'm starting to realize is his power, his superpower really came from him being able to do things outside of the pocket and makeshift plays as he's running for his life and really almost Aaron Rodgers-esque getting out of the pocket and making things happen. Guys, as this is happening, Caleb Williams is making poor decisions. And so through these first 2 weeks, yeah, I'm totally panicking for the Bears as a whole from a team perspective. But from a fantasy standpoint, guys, I mean, it's hard to ignore Rome Odunze.
Rome Odunze is the receiver 4 in fantasy.
Really hard to ignore him.
3 touchdowns in 2 weeks. I mean, you have
incredible.
to start him. I'm starting Rome Odunze over DJ Moore.
Definitely.
I mean, really.
You have to.
You can't look at it as a name value, and you can't look at it as where you drafted these guys. The draft is over, guys. That's it. It's done. You can start guys like Basil Tootin and Jordan Mason, and you're starting guys like Rome Odunze. These guys were not, if they were drafted at all, it was very late. So forget about draft and draft capital and where you took these guys. That was all based on speculation on where we thought things were going to go. Now we can see. We've got eyes. We can see what's actually happening on the field. I'm starting Rome Odunze over DJ Moore right now. I mean, that's just the way things have been going. Yeah. All right. Last thing from last week, Frankie. Do you know who the running back 2 is in fantasy football right now? The running back 2, depending on your scoring.
Oh, man, that's tough. It's got to be
Like Bijan
CMC?
or CMC? No, it's not, Frankie. It's Javonte Williams is the running back 2. Now, go ahead, take your lap. Now, first of all, I'm going to preface this with we were not on the Cowboys' backfield. Okay,
Correct.
We said we did not want any part of that. However, Frankie, please go ahead with the advice you gave and take your lap.
Yes. During our 0 RB strategy mock draft, guys, when we were describing how this could be an opportunity that could be huge. And what we were saying was, let's assume that you decide when you were drafting, you went a 0 RB. That means 3 or 4 receivers, maybe you grab a tight end, maybe you layer on a quarterback. And then you looked at the stable of running backs following that. So rounds 5, 6, 7, etc. Guys, there was Travis Etienne. How's he doing, John? He's probably doing pretty well. Actually, he's running back 7 right now at this point in time. Javonte Williams, running back 2. That was actually a name that we stated as somebody because why not? Why wouldn't you take Javonte Williams? because we don't know who's going to rise to the surface in that particular backfield. So you had the ability to take all of these particular dart throws. And so far through 2 weeks, and I get it, it's just 2 weeks, but week 2 is dangerous. And let me tell you, Javonte Williams looks dangerous. Now, here's the other interesting point. What do we do with Javonte moving forward? Meaning, is this the time to where you could sell his ass for peak stuff? I don't know. It's really hard to say because right now he's rolling so much so. The Dallas defense is terrible. The offense looks like they're ignited and they're putting up some crazy points right now. I mean, I'm probably holding, but guys, be thinking in the back of your mind, okay, when is going to be the appropriate time? If you do have Javonte Williams and you do want to make a move and you maybe went with the 0 RB strat, maybe you can end up getting 2 solid pieces. Because for me, man, like I had Isaiah Pacheco and RJ Harvey as my starting 2 coming out of the gate doing the 0 RB strat. And I decided to draft Javonte Williams, Travis Etienne, and Nick Chubb. Guys, I could end up flipping Javonte, keeping Etienne, and then getting an additional piece. So just be thinking about how this plays out probably until week 5, and then you're going to want to look to make a decision whether you keep him or whether you're looking to offset him.
Well, I mean, let's just look right now at the games coming up here. I mean, next week, week 3 is at Chicago.
Love.
Yeah.
Love it.
You're firing them up.
Firing them up.
Of course. Week 4 is at home against Green Bay. That's going to be
That's going to be tough. That's going to be
That's
Micah
where I would look
too.
for someone
That's,
else. Yeah.
ugh.
Week 5 at the Jets. It's a difficult matchup. But then you got Carolina, Washington. So yeah, I mean, there's going to be games. This is not a guy that I would automatic start. I know he's the running back 2.
Right.
It's 2 weeks, guys.
Yeah.
But find the right games. This week coming up with Chicago.
Love it.
That's the right game. Start him for that one. No question about it. All right, guys, that's the recap from last week. We're going to get into the news and notes and the injuries, and we're going to get into week 3 looking ahead here. But first, don't forget to follow us on social media, guys. Frankly, Fantasy Football, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. Those are going crazy. We have such fun conversations on those, guys.
Yeah.
Join the conversation. We love it, man. Also, make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell on YouTube. It's going to let you know when our episodes come out. Episodes are going to be coming out Tuesday nights, Wednesday mornings, at best. That's what I'm hoping for here, guys. All right, we have jobs. I work. I travel. I'm recording in different countries sometimes,
Literally.
So bear with us, guys. It's going to get out. But hit that notification bell. Yeah. It's going to let you know when that new episode drops. Also, please support our sponsors, guys. We've got some great sponsors this year. You want to hit the chat GPT of fantasy football? It's rotobot.ai, guys. Download Rotobot today. Use the promo code CHAMP. That's promo code CHAMP, and it's going to give you a free week of the software. Guys, it's awesome. It's ChatGPT for fantasy football. I mean, it's absolutely sweet, so check it out. Also, go to Underdog. Get your pick'ems in on Underdog. Use the promo code FRANKLY. It's fantastic, guys. You're going to get $50 on your first $5 pick. All right, Frankie, let's get to the news, baby.
The season 2,000 yards that you just don't expect. Absolutely lost. Flip out.
News and notes.
All right, first bit of news, man. It crushes me. I went heavy on this guy. We talked about the stack of the year, and of course, week 2 comes around, has to break our hearts, man. Week 2's dangerous here. Joe Burrow, quarterback for the Cincinnati Bengals, is having toe surgery. He's going to be out 3 months. If he comes back at all. So we're talking after Thanksgiving is at best when he can come back. It's possible he doesn't play at all this year, Frank, huh?
Yeah, I mean, if they end up really tanking, guys, I know they're starting off 2-0, but boy, oh boy, they did not look good against the Browns, and they skated by, but in the skin of their teeth with that of the Jacksonville Jags. So if they end up blowing up, do not expect Joe Burrow to see the field this year.
Now, let's look at the fantasy implications here. I mean, as far as Joe Burrow goes, I've got him in 2 leagues. One of them's a Superflex. I dropped him in both leagues. I dropped him, and I know other people would say, you're an idiot for dropping him in a Superflex. I've got 1 IR spot, and I've got somebody in it that I like that can play this year. I don't know that Joe Burrow's going to play. If you can drop him, guys, by all means, do that. Get a player that you can use. It's week 2. You can't just sit on dead players right now. You're going to have players to use. What is it doing moving? Are you scared about Jamar Chase? I mean, it seems like Jake Browning, who is filling in, did very well. Ended up with 24 points. I mean, he threw had 3 scores in that game as well. he seemed to be peppering and hyper-focused on Jamar Chase. So I think Chase is okay, but what other implications do you think this is going to have for the rest of the team? There's a lot of options, fantasy options here.
Totally. Man, I'm nervous about T. Higgins. I am. I'm nervous about T. Higgins. I don't know if Jake Browning can fully support two legitimate players. I mean, we saw last year when he was throwing to Jamar Chase, I think the average was 6 receptions, 60 yards, and a touchdown. Guys, T. Higgins fell off. And so, right, we might be able to see a game or two or three. God, that would be wonderful. But man, it does. There's hesitations, and I'm a little bit nervous. And we got to wait and see how Jake Browning can do in terms of really throwing the ball around the field. I mean, I know we have a good sample size from what we've seen when Joe Burrow's gone down before. And Jake Browning's been able to hold down the fort fairly well, but it is a drop off. Let's just be honest with ourselves. It's a huge drop off from arguably a top 3 quarterback in the NFL. So yeah, man. But what this does in a positive note for me, man, am I looking at Chase Brown and I am excited as hell because for me, he's going to be a huge, even more so a focal point of this offense than what Jamar Chase and even T. Higgins probably was going to be. Now it's going to be Chase Brown. And man, let me tell you, I think that he is going to be a stud. He's going to get more receiving out of the backfield. I could see a few more dink and dunks than normally with that of Joe Burrow, knowing Burrow's throwing the ball a little bit more down the field. So for me, I love this for Chase Brown. I'm very hesitant on this for T. Higgins and including the tight ends as well with Gesicki, et cetera.
I mean, Higgins was targeted. He had 8 targets. I mean,
Sure.
they're Jake Browning targets,
Right.
though. Of those 8 targets, he caught 3.
Yep.
So I know one of them was a touchdown, but yeah, I mean, 3 for 56 and a touch. With T. Higgins, he might be fine.
Against the Jags. Let's be
the
crystal clear here.
That's true.
Like,
they're
you know what I
playing the
mean?
Vikings this week.
Yeah,
it's going to be a
different
different
story.
story. It's a better
Yeah.
defense. Yeah.
And I
They
hope
had no-
not. John,
Yeah.
I hope T. Higgins performs well. I have nothing against T. Higgins. I'm just nervous about him.
I'm nervous too. I've got T. Higgins. I had the Burrow Higgins stack in one of
Yeah.
my leagues, and obviously that's just been thrown out the window. I'm a little nervous with T. Higgins, but my advice to people, see how he does this week with the Vikings, see what the target share looks like, see how he's playing. Give it like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And, if he's starting to slip and every week it seems like it's just going to be a struggle, look for
Trade
some
him.
other options. Yeah, trade him or look for some other option. Or if you are nervous about it, when he does pop off, look to trade him at that point. Because I do think he's going to be a little up and down for you this year with Jake Browning. We have to assume that. All right, let's move on here. Justin Fields in concussion protocol, left the game. If he doesn't clear, it's only Tuesday. Like I said, we're recording this, guys. We don't know yet. If he doesn't clear, Tyrod Taylor is going to start. How does this affect the Jets?
I mean, significantly. I think this significantly affects the Jets. What we saw with Justin Fields, yeah, I know week 2, even before his injury, he wasn't really, it was a tough matchup. I mean, it's the Bills, guys. The Bills look insane. They look insanely good. But, I mean, Tyrod Taylor is not Justin Fields. The rushing floor is gone. The connection with Garrett Wilson certainly is going to be less than what it would be with Justin Fields. So for me, man, yeah, it's a little bit concerning if Justin Fields can't play. And it also kind of maybe affects Breece Hall, Braylon Allen, that kind of thing as well. Even though we talk about the rushing floor capability with Justin Fields and how, potentially that could take away from Breece Hall, et cetera. But what we actually saw, especially in week 1, was it opened it up. Think of it like Lamar with Derrick Henry, right? It actually confused defenses a bit more. So now instead they can keen in. So for me, I'm really hoping Justin Fields is going to be all right.
Jets are playing the Buccaneers. Let's watch this running back room too. It's Breece Hall. It's the Breece Hall show.
Yes.
Here's the concerning thing for me, Frank. I mean, with this, everyone thought going into this, that was going to be a pretty much a 50-50 split between Breece Hall and Braylon
Totally.
Allen. Yeah, week 1, Braylon Allen's snap share, 21% or 31%. I'm sorry. So you're like, okay, that's not bad. He is the backup, no problem. Is it going to increase? 19% of the snaps.
Problem.
In week 2 with Braylon Allen. That's a problem. So I don't know if that's going to tick up or not. I want to see one more week without Justin Fields. If they don't get Braylon Allen involved, I'm dropping him. He's droppable at that point.
Yeah.
I've been holding on to him. We also thought maybe they were showcasing Breece Hall for a midseason trade. It's week 2, guys. There's no speculation on that. There's no reason to even think that. So don't plan your fantasy team thinking Breece Hall is going to be traded midseason here. Breece Hall's the guy. And right now, when you've got Tyrod Taylor starting, Brees Hall.
Brees
Fire
Hall.
him up. He's going to be a check down guy. He's going to get a bunch of targets out of the backfield. I think Brees Hall's going to have a great week this week, guys. All right. Moving on here, Jaden Reed out 6 to 8 weeks. Wide receiver for the Packers. You know, it's almost a broken collarbone, by the way. It almost relieves me because he was a guy we just talked about last week, that he's going to be questionable all week long. He's got multiple injuries happening, and then you're not going to know until the last second if he's going to be in or out. Now you know he's going to be out. Get him in your IR. What do we do? Where do you think these targets are going to go moving forward with the Packers? I mean, I've got Matthew Golden in that same league, but I mean, Matthew Golden's flashed a little bit, but he's not putting up any numbers. He's not really getting the targets. I mean, where do you think we need to focus, Frank, with this Green Bay Packers passing game?
John, it has been extremely frustrating with Matthew Golden through the first 2 weeks. I mean, we're talking he has, maybe 5 combined targets over the last 2 weeks alone. It's been extremely frustrating. And then you start looking at who else has been getting the targets. I mean, Dontavian Wicks was the target guy outside of Tucker Kraft. By the way, Tucker Kraft, a must start. Fire him up. Get your Kraft mac and cheese rock and rolling, because let me tell you, that dude is fabulous right now. And so
you mean the tight end one in fantasy
tight end
football
one
currently?
That is correct.
Yeah.
He is amazing. Fire him up, must start. But what was fascinating, man, when Jaden Reed goes down, you start looking at Dontavian Wicks with 6 particular targets, 4 receptions, 44 yards. You had Romeo Doubs, who ended up having 5 targets, right? And then you look over at Matthew Golden, and it's barely anything. So I am very interested to see if this accelerates Golden, because, again, Golden isn't the player that they're just going to be like, oh, okay, yeah, we're going to push you to the side, because they invested so much capital in him. He was a first-round pick, 23rd overall in this year's past NFL draft. Guys, that's the first time since I can remember in years that the Green Bay Packers took a receiver in the first round. So you know damn well they got to figure this out with him. And again, it could be the rookie jitters, could be whatever it may be, for him. But for me, this is going to be very interesting to see this carousel. I mean, wait till Christian Watkins comes back, right? Watson. Yeah, thank you. Christian Watson comes back. And I mean, it's going to be even more crazy. So for me, man, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, I'm actually going to be targeting to pick up Dontavian Wicks off of the waiver wire, and I'm just going to sit on him, kind of cozy, warm, see how this performs. Because if he ends up taking off like what he did in the back half of last year, guys, you might have a diamond in the rough, knowing that Jaden Reed's going to be out for a while. But I'm really excited and nervous, as weird as that sounds, to see what happens with Golden, because it's got to happen. But so far, we haven't seen it.
Yeah, and this team's playing great. I mean, this is a top 2-3 team in the NFC right now.
Absolutely.
I mean, no question about it. And they're playing the Browns this week.
Yeah.
Now, I know everybody's like, oh my God, they're playing the Browns. Hell yeah. Browns actually have a really good defense.
Definitely.
Yeah. I mean, Josh Jacobs, you temper some expectations there for sure. But I mean, it's going to be a tough week for that offense. Here's what I want a piece. So if you're seeing Green Bay receivers on the waiver wire, pick one of them up. I don't care who it is.
Yep.
Pick somebody up and watch over the next 2 weeks, because you got Jaden Reed out 6 to 8. Yep. Somebody's going to emerge. Somebody's going to get the targets. Could be Wicks. It
could be Doubs.
Could be Doubs. Exactly. Could be Matthew Golden, the Golden Boy. So come on, stay golden, Pony Boy. Let's go. I need you, brother. All right, let's get to another quarterback, man. This is the danger. Week 2 is dangerous, and it's quarterbacks, man. Jaden Daniels, star quarterback for the Washington Commanders. Sprained knee and is in doubt for week 3. It doesn't look good for him, guys. In fact, they should hold him out in week 3 to get him healthy. Marcus Mariota is the backup. What does this do for you, Frankie, if Jaden Daniels doesn't play this week?
Man, let me tell you. The first thing that comes to my mind is Bilbo Baggins. But for those of you who don't know, we're talking JCM. We're talking, John, help me out with the name. It's Bill Krosky Merritt. Is that how you?
Yes, his full name is Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt. Look at you. Oh my God.
I just want to take it.
You've never gotten somebody's name right.
This is an improvement.
You mess up names like Steve Rogers. Like you go,
totally.
Steve?
Stefan?
Okay. The V silent? What's no.
How
Yeah,
about
good for you.
that?
Look at you. Nailed it,
Look at
man.
that. Nailed it, man. And especially with Austin Eckler being out for season, guys. And with this, I think that we're going to see a
Oh,
huge...
you buried the lead, Frank. You buried the...
Oh,
Now,
shit.
play the bell. Get the bell going. Let's
There
go.
we go.
I was going to
Good
do
call.
that next. Let's
Damn
talk
it.
first on this one. We've
But
got our
with
first,
this happening...
first guy out for the season, Frank.
He
Austin
gone.
Eckler. He's gone. Torn
gone.
ACL. See you later.
So
sucks.
with
But go ahead.
John, with this and Jaden Daniels, man, let me tell you, I think that he is going to get a large and heavy dose. What also could be interesting, we could see Debo take on a slightly more of a role of like what we saw from that of Sanford. And by the way, Debo Samuel looks fantastic. He looks
really does.
very good over the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like Terry McLaurin. And maybe it was because of him sitting so long in training camp and things like that. I know he was what they call it, a sit-in or, something,
Yeah.
or a hold-in is what they call it.
Hold-in, yeah.
Hold-in. There could be like just it takes him a minute to get going. I think he's going to be fine. But caveat, if Jaden Daniels is out, Marcus Mariota is in, guys, that totally throws us for a wrench. I mean, you're still going to start Scary Terry. You're still going to start Debo. But you need to level set expectation. Maybe if you're deciding between Jameson Williams and that of Scary Terry, guys, I might be going Jameson Williams, right? Just after what we saw from last week. And obviously, if Jaden Daniels isn't in, we've seen Marcus Mariota has not historically been very great in the passing game. And so, yeah, man, I think that this slightly depletes kind of those receivers. I think this upticks Zach Ertz even more. I think guys, if you're streaming tight ends and Zach Ertz is out there, pick him up. He's
the
Zach
tight
Ertz.
end too, by the way, is Zach
Yeah,
Ertz.
you got to pick him up, guys. He's looking super good. Flashback to when he was in Philly. But yeah, man, I think that the show could be that of Bilbo.
I agree. I've got him in one of my leagues as well, so I can't wait to play him, man. All right, let's move over to Minnesota here. J.J. McCarthy, quarterback for the Minnesota Vikings, has a high ankle sprain, unlikely to play. He could sit 2 to 4 weeks. These high ankle sprains were, typically it's about a 4-week deal with a high ankle sprain. So he's going to be out a little bit here. Carson Wentz is the backup quarterback. All right. I mean, we've seen this before. So I'm not worried about JJ.
No.
We've seen JJ. I've thrown JJ 3 touchdowns over the past
That's
3.
right.
I have. So I'm not worried about JJ necessarily, but what about the other pieces on this offense if you've got Carson Wentz out there?
I mean, I think we really have to figure out what's going on with TJ Hawkinson. I feel like he has been severely underperforming. And some of the other things kind of happening. I think that we need to temper expectations, especially with Carson Wentz coming into the fold. And I think the other big call out here, man, is actually from the receiver 2 perspective. We were thinking Naylor with Jordan Addison being out and things like that. I mean, dude, Naylor has been non-existent. So for me, it's pretty much JJ, and I'm setting everybody else to the side at this point in time.
Yeah, I think you're right. Pretty much, yeah. I mean, Carson Wentz, I don't even see as a streaming option, really.
No.
Only if for some reason you were fucking crazy and had the JJ stack. All right, sure. At that point, if you want to, if you got a big, hard on for JJ, then sure, you can stream Carson Wentz and have the stack.
It's not great, though.
It's not something I'd recommend. No, you can certainly do better streaming. Also with the Vikings, Aaron Jones has a hamstring issue, likely to miss week 3. It's the Jordan Mason show, man, at this point.
Definitely against the guys. They're playing the Cincinnati Bengals. All right. Like, come on. Like, you got to fire up Jordan Mason 100%. It's going to be his show.
You got a backup quarterback. You're playing a terrible rushing defense. Fire up the starting running back. I don't give a shit who it is.
Yeah.
Whoever the starting running back is for the Vikings, play him. Absolutely.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. All right, couple players just to watch here, guys. Not ruled out or anything, but just watch them. There's some interesting things happening. Brian Thomas Jr. with a wrist. Jawan Jennings with an ankle. Xavier Worthy's shoulder. He could potentially play. It's real wild. I said last week it's all about pain. I mean, he could miss the season and have surgery, or he could play next week. So it's really unusual. Keep an eye on that. He could actually play. Dallas Goedert with a knee. Chris Godwin, I want to point this one out. He is back at practice. He's cleared to practice. He's still not expected till around week 4, though. So we still have a few great weeks with Emeka Egbuka, which, by the way, I am so mad. I tried, but my champions. I was going to choose, I wanted to choose Emeka Egbuka.
I'm shocked you didn't. You were talking
I went
about
with
it.
Tyrod McMillan.
But he's still looking good. Tyrod is looking good.
He is, but Bryce Young isn't, and the offense isn't looking great.
Yeah,
I mean, I know T-Mac's still going to get his because his catch radius is, astronomical, but I should have taken Emeka Egbuka, man. He just looks so
Receiver
damn good.
U. Ooh,
Receiver
bring
U.
it. Oh, God, we get so much shit when I say that. Receiver U.
That's right. That's right. Wide receiver U. So something funny I wanted to point out here, guys. It's week 2, and I would like to name you 5 starting quarterbacks most likely in week 3. Just a really fun game I'd like to play here, guys. So go ahead, go to your waiver wires. Make sure you grab all these guys because they're awesome. Jake Browning for Cincinnati. Carson Wentz for Minnesota. Marcus Mariota for the Commanders. Tyrod Taylor may be starting for the Jets. And Mac Jones absolutely is starting for the 49ers. All the Superflex. I know we're in a Superflex league together.
Yeah, we are.
It's fucking freak out mode already.
It's
and
so
it's week
freak
2.
out mode.
Every year, man. I know. And here I am drafting 2 quarterbacks going, oh, they're going to be fine. Burrow's not going to get hurt. Totally fine. What's the problem? What's the worry about? Oh, Jesus. Just insane, man. All right, that is the news, guys. And we are going to get to a week ahead and talk about week 3. But first, football is back, baby. And Underdog is the best place to make picks and win money all season long. Playing Underdog, it's great, guys. It's so easy. It's the easiest site I've ever used to make picks. Just pick whether your favorite players are going to go higher or lower on all kinds of stats, but like touchdowns, receiving yards, interceptions, and so much more.
Johnny, this week on Underdog, I'm looking at actually James Cook, who is playing at home against that of the Miami Dolphins. And listen, when you're looking at his rushing yards, you can look at higher or lower. James Cook versus Miami, and boy, oh boy, are we smashing that higher of 67.5 rushing yards. And here's why, guys. He has actually hit that in 4 out of his last 5 games, and the only one he didn't hit that on was actually week 1, and we all know probably why. And the reason being is strictly because he didn't really do anything from training camp perspective, doing his particular hold and waiting for that contract. Needed to get the rust off. And guys, when you're playing against that Miami defense, we saw what happens. He should be a smash play. Now, the other that we're going to pair with him is that of, yes, this is crazy, Brandon McManus from playing the kicker, a kicker at Cleveland. And here's why, as ridiculous as this sounds. He has actually been higher than 1.5 field goals made, and they've hit in each of his last 3 weeks. Guys, when you're playing against the Cleveland Browns, and trust us, we are ride and die Browns fans, they are decent and defense, and it gives the opportunity for multiple field goal kicks. So guess what? You put $10 in there, you're netting 30, and you're riding high.
All right. Download the app today and sign up with the promo code FRANKLY to score $50 in bonus funds when you play your first $5. That's promo code FRANKLY. Millions of fans have already won billions making picks on Underdog. Will you be next? Underdog. Make picks, win money. Must be 18 plus. 19 plus in Alabama and Nebraska, 19 plus in Colorado for some games, 21 plus in Arizona, Massachusetts, and Virginia, and present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Offer not valid in Maryland, Michigan, Ohio, and Pennsylvania, and New Jersey. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org. In New York, call 24/7-HOPE-LINE at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. All right, let's take a look at the week ahead here, Frankie. We've got, matchup of the week, Carson Wentz versus Jake Browning, Frankie.
Yeah.
Of course, we have to have the backup quarterbacks battle each other. Battle of the backups. All right, that sounds fun. Jordan Mason, we talked about it. Let's
Pretty
go,
much
baby.
it, man. Fire him up.
Let's go. Aaron Jones out, not official, but it's looking like he'll be out. Jordan Mason's going to be a great, great pick. Packers, man, Packers look great. Are they going to roll the Browns this week? I mean, are you starting everybody? I know we talked about these receivers with Jaden Reed out. Is this the week you fire up Dontavian Wicks? Is this the week you're going to play Romeo Doubs? Is that what we're doing? Matthew Golden?
It's going to be, yes. The answer is yes, but also be cognizant of the Browns actually do have a fairly solid defense. It's just the reality. So we could end up seeing 4 receptions, 50 yards, and a tud. and you would be very happy with that stat line. So again, it's not like these dudes are going to go for 200 yards, 150 yards. Like, it isn't that kind of defense. But yes, now, John, what's really interesting, though, Josh Jacobs, and this, of course you're starting him. There's no doubt in your mind you're starting him. I mean, so much so, John, he's actually on a touchdown tear with 11 straight consecutive games going all the way back to the postseason of the offs last year. So he's on 11 straight games of a touchdown. But the Browns held Derrick Henry to 23 yards rushing and held Chase Brown to 43 yards rushing. Guys, again, I'm not saying sit Josh Jacobs. What I am saying, though, is just be mindful of this because it could be a little bit more of a rough game from a rushing perspective than what we could think.
Line on that game, Packers are favored by 7.5.
Yeah.
So you know. Yeah. Frankie, talk to me about the Chiefs.
Wow.
Are you nervous about the Chiefs? I mean,
Yeah.
you know, starting off 0-2.
Yeah.
Now, of course, they played great teams, but I mean, they're kind of getting worked over a little bit here. What's happening? What are we doing
John,
this week?
I am a little bit nervous for the Chiefs, but this is their get right week. They need to absolutely wax the Giants, guys. So the biggest thing for me is, guys, Hollywood Brown, you need to fire him up. I know that he had a lackluster week this past week. Again, look at the teams they played. It was the Chargers and it was the Eagles, right? It's been tough. It's been tough sledding for them. Now it's starting to open up. You get the Giants, it's going to be a little bit different. My question is, and something that I'm really struggling with, is Isaiah Pacheco. If you drafted him, especially, if you did a zero RB strat, he was a guy that you might have been targeting. And even if you weren't doing a zero RB strat, you probably still were looking at him in round 5, round 4, and being like, yeah, maybe it was round 6. Yeah, this could be interesting. Yeah,
I liked him.
I still think I kind of do like him, but I'm not 100% sure, John, that this is the matchup that I even remotely want to start. I mean, that front four is nasty. That front four is nasty for the Giants. Like, let's call it what it is. And so I'm going to actually go this far, and I'm going to say you need to sit Pacheco this week.
Yeah, and Patrick Mahomes, I mean, it's just a little bit different of a team. I mean, you have to see how these teams, last year it was play defense, run the ball. Patrick Mahomes didn't have to win the games, It all came down to a fourth quarter drive to win the game. Now, Patrick Mahomes, he's got to throw the ball. He's got to do some work here. He's a quarterback 4 currently. So, this gives hope for Patrick Mahomes. But, yeah, the running game, real nervous about the running game, man. And, I think you're going to see Mahomes have a great week this week because they're going to have to throw the ball. You're right. That front 4 is amazing. So if they can keep Patrick Mahomes upright, then I think he should have a monster game. And
I think Kelsey could be interesting. I think we could see him come back from the grave a bit. I think Hollywood Brown could be solid again.
Let's head down to the NFC South here, Frank, for a matchup with the Falcons at Carolina Panthers here. Should make for a pretty good fantasy day for everybody, huh?
Totally, man. I mean, hey, what we're seeing when these two teams are playing, we're seeing some points being put on the board, baby.
I want to see T-Mac. I want to see him get heavily targeted this week. I want to see a breakout T-Mac week. And I think against this Falcons team, I think it's absolutely possible. Who are the big players here? Who are you loving saying smash plays, get him out there?
Number 1 is T-Mac for me. Like, obviously we're going to say Bijan or whatever, right? Like he's
so good.
So
he's so
like
Bijan Robinson and CMC are the 2 leading receiving running backs with 125 receiving yards each in 2 games. Fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, you're firing him up. You're not even thinking about it. But what's interesting for me, man, is when we talk about Teteroa McMillan, 9 targets week 1, 10 targets week 2, and it combined in the 2 weeks, 168 receiving yards. He just doesn't have a touchdown. So when we're talking about breakout, John, I could totally see this being the week. The other big thing for me, man, is Hunter Renfrow, the naked mole rat coming out of left field, 2 tuds. I mean, serious stuff, dude. It's just absolutely fun to see him getting involved and I mean, getting involved, John, to the point of 9 targets, 7 receptions, 48 yards and 2 touchdowns. Just looking really solid in that slot right now for Jalen Coker. I mean, so from the Panthers standpoint, I'm firing up those 2 guys. In complete honesty, I am willing to fire up Hunter Renfrow if you're depleted in a deep league and you're having some injuries happen. I think he's very interesting for a flex piece. And then from my perspective for the Panthers, you're looking at Chuba Hubbard.
Yeah, let's head over Seattle versus the Saints here. I want to talk about this a little bit. Cooper Kupp, we haven't talked about him, Frankie. This is a guy. His value in the draft was great.
Excellent.
In fantasy drafts. Excellent value, like 9th round, something like that. How's that panning out? I mean, how do you feel about Cooper Kupp? What are you looking at this week going into the week with Cooper Kupp? Is that a guy you can play yet?
Yes, guys, this is absolutely a guy you can play. And after week 1, it was pretty nerve-wracking. You're sitting there, you're like, man, he's not a part of this shit, not a part of the offense, really. But what we saw from week 2, 9 targets, 7 receptions, 90 yards versus the Steelers. Guys, this is while JSN is still doing his thing, right? I think that this is a slam dunk. And here's why, man. When you look at what the receivers are doing against the Saints, again, we're talking Seattle's playing the Saints. The Saints are terrible. We had Marvin Harrison Jr., 19 fantasy points. You had Juwan Jennings, and these are all in half PPR, guys. Juwan Jennings, 20 points. You had Ricky Pearsall with 10 points. I mean, it is like feast. There's no famine here. It's all feast when you're playing the Saints. And by the way, I'm still salivating for all you pieces of shit out there that wanted to come at me because he was a perfect draft pick for round, 9, 10, 11, something like that. Yeah, guys, it was about the value that you could get him at. And so even if it's every other game, that Cooper Kupp is returning 7 receptions for 80 to 90 yards, I mean, that's great for your flex. So for me, man, I'm still on the Cooper Kupp train, and I'm excited to see how he continues to develop within this offense.
I think you can start him in your flex too.
Yep.
Absolutely, guys. I mean, they're playing the Saints, like you said, and they're favored by 7.5 points. You know, Cooper Kupp is very likely to get into the end zone in this game. I really do think that. So
awesome.
It's a hot take, and I love it, man. Let's go. Broncos at Chargers. This is a defensive battle here, man. Maybe. I mean, Denver was supposed to have a top 3 defense, and I mean, Indiana Jones came to, and said, all right, hold my beer. Let's go, So are they a top 3 defense, anymore? I'm not really sure, but man, what a matchup. So what are we doing here with these guys? Broncos at Chargers. Low scoring, right? I would have to think.
I would think so, man. And for me, it's just looking at the Chargers defense. I mean, what they did the last 2 weeks, they are so absolutely legit, man. And like you think about let's break this down. What the Chargers did with the Chiefs. When you look at Pacheco and Kareem Hunt, it was a nothing burger. There was nothing that happened. They were absolutely abysmal. And you kind of chalk it up to week 1. It's game 1 of the NFL, or game 2 at that point in time. I think it was on Friday. Whatever. You're like, okay, this is kind of, it'll be fine. What was interesting was Hollywood Brown actually showed up. Now, when the Chargers just played Las Vegas, Ashton Genty again, he really did nothing, guys. We're talking 43 yards on the ground. And really the only 2 worth a damn were Brock Bowers and Jacoby Myers, and neither of them in half PPR had over 10 points, right? Jacoby in a full PPR would have got you about 12.8, and Brock Bowers would have probably got you somewhere around 10 or 11. But in half PPR, guys, they didn't even eclipse 10 points. So what I'm getting at is this is not a great situation for either quarterback or for the quarterbacks like Bo Nix that are playing against this Chargers defense. And quite honestly, this is a absolutely terrible matchup for that of RJ Harvey and J.K. Dobbins. But what's interesting for me is that we could see a comeback game for Courtland Sutton. Because what we saw from Hollywood Brown and what he was able to do against the Chargers and what we actually saw from Jacoby Myers, I get it, right? 6 receptions, 68 yards roughly, whatever it was, isn't super great. But if you're half PPR, I'm taking that. I think that that's great for a flex piece. So if you have Courtland Sutton, don't be discouraged just because last week it wasn't, he totally laid an egg. But this week, I think that there could be a bounce back week occurring. But everyone else, man, I'm real nervous about.
What about Justin Herbert? I mean, the quarterback 5 right now. He's got 5 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. You got to play Justin Herbert
play him
this week, right?
And here's the deal, John. Yes, you got to play Justin Herbert, but here's who else you have to play. You have to play Keenan Allen. And I'll tell you why. Because Keenan Allen, man, when
you're so happy to say that,
I can't stop
right?
smiling.
You're so happy. It's like the biggest hot take you had right before we all drafted. And the first 2 weeks has proven you right on that one, man. I wasn't with you on that.
You
I
know,
thought he was going there to retire. I really did.
17
done.
targets. Thank you. 17 targets, 13. Is that 12 or 13? That's 12 receptions. He has 100 and almost 130 yards receiving. He's 129 yards receiving, and he has back-to-back touchdowns. He's already got 2 tutties. Guys, Keenan Allen at 33 years old right now is sitting at receiver 12. He's almost a top 10 receiver through 2 weeks. And what we're seeing is Quentin Johnston also looked really good last week, and certainly the week 1. But this past week it changed. It was really off of one play where he got all of his stuff. And so for me, man, I think what we're going to see is Pat Surtain, the cornerback, the superstar cornerback for the Broncos, is going to be kind of shadowing Laddie. That is my gut instinct. I think that this is going to open up Keenan Allen again. And I really believe this. I think Keenan Allen is the guy to start for that of the Chargers. And here's what I'm telling you, point blank, look at me when I'm saying this, bench both of the running backs for the Chargers. At this point in time, Najee Harris and Omarion Hampton are not doing well, and this is not the matchup to really to continue to test the waters here. Guys, look elsewhere. You got to have something else that's viable.
Speaking of Omarion Hampton, speaking of
miserable,
do we need to bring out the old Saquon from a couple years ago, the poop?
Bring it out.
Poop. He was poop. Poop. I've got Omarion Hampton in 2 leagues. I'm not going to start him this week. I'm looking at other options because of it's not like he's shown me all of this.
You wipe?
Poop. It's poop.
You wipe.
Yeah. Still poop. Please, Omarion, please. I want this to be the last time I play this on our podcast with your name attached to it. Please, God. Yes. I've got a lot of shares of you, and I had much bigger expectations than what I'm getting right now, man.
And John, it's concerning too. Just thinking about his snap share. I mean, we knew it was going to go down a bit because Najee's back, but it went from 80% in week 1 down to 62% week 2. And let me tell you, he only had 8 rushing attempts this past week with 24 yards and only 2 targets.
Yeah. Yeah, I know that. Yeah. Poop. Damn it. Omarion, we love you. You're not poop. It's just your play. I'm sorry, man. You'll get better. I get it. You're a rookie.
You'll get there.
You'll get there, yeah. All right, let's move on. I'm freaking out here, man. Let's do the Cowboys and Bears, Frankie. Cowboys and Bears. All right. I mean, talk to me about this matchup here. I mean, we talked about the Bears being in flux. I mean, the Bears defense. Right? So does that mean, are we all on? Are we balls deep on the Cowboys offense this week?
Go offense, go. Balls deep. Go offense, go. Yeah, man, this is crazy. And here's why, guys. The Bears have given up 79 points in 2 weeks.
I'm sorry.
79 points.
An NFL defense.
2 weeks.
Okay.
The Dallas Cowboys have given up 61 points in 2 weeks. Guys,
let's go. Fantasy gold, baby.
This is the game that fantasy footballers should be super pumped up about, right? Because you're going to fire up CeeDee Lamb. You're going to fire up Javonte Williams. Dak Prescott's going to be great. Turn Ferguson should be lighting the world on fire. And then you look at Caleb Williams. I mean, shit, he might end up being 200 yards, 2 touchdowns, and sacked 3 times and, whatever it may be, but he still will probably have a little bit of fantasy value. But I'm telling you, man, this is the game. DJ Moore and Rome Odunze, I really think, especially DJ Moore, I think we're going to see a good pace from them because the reality is both these defenses are playing like shit. Cowboys really don't have a solid defense. Deron Bland is hurt, who's one of their top cornerbacks, right? They just paid him. And so, man, when you look at the entirety of what's going on, this should be a shootout. And honestly, I'm here for it. It would be so fun to see it, man.
Vegas thinks it's going to be. The Bears are favored. They're at home by 1.5. That's, yeah, I'm kind of taking Cowboys on that one.
Yeah, I'm liking me some Cowgirls there.
Yeah, well, it's an over-under of 49.5. So Vegas thinks it's going to be a big scoring game. I'm firing up everybody I can, Yep. I mean, the Bears offense I'm nervous about, but this is the week to play them all.
Yep.
It really, really is, yeah. Cowboys, all right, let's go, CD. Get it together. This is the week.
He's going to go nuts.
Is this the week for CD to have 150 and 2? One of those type of weeks.
Should.
Yeah,
Sure.
I would think so, man. I would think so. All right. All right, guys, that is the show for the week. Thank you for joining us. Please don't forget, follow us on social media. Argue with us on social media. Talk
Yeah.
with us on social media. We don't like to just argue. Frankie's the guy that argues. I'm a very
occasionally.
amicable. Yeah, I'm a lover, not a fighter, but I can't do that on TikTok. I tried. I got kicked off. But follow us, guys. Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Frankly Fantasy Football. Hit that subscribe, share, like, all the buttons, whatever they fucking are. All those buttons on YouTube. Hit that notification bell. It's going to tell you every week when this comes out. And guys, leave us some comments. Let us know. Do you like this format? It's a lot more conversational. We talk a little bit about the previous week. We hit news, and then we talk about the week ahead. Let us know if there's specific things that you want us to hit on or some things that you want us to hear. So send your comments below, guys. Don't forget also, check out our sponsors, guys.
Yes.
Rotobot.ai. Get a free trial on that. Use the promo code CHAMP and UNDERDOG. Get your picks in on us, guys. Promo code FRANKLY. Frankie, what do we have coming up, baby?
Guys, this is the week that we are going to be talking and dropping. You will see my waiver wire picks coming out. And then you'll also be starting up Fridays with Frankie, guys. So I'm going to get you started because we're going to need to know, is Brian Thomas Jr. in? Is Marcus Mariota going to be playing? Right? What's happening within this quarterback landscape? Don't worry, I'll have you covered. So tune in for those particular reels going out on Instagram and that of TikTok.
That's right. Follow us, guys, and get that bonus content Frankie puts out every week. That's the real domination. This is just us, just that self-grandizing. Exactly. Let's go. Have a great week, everybody. May the fantasy gods smile upon you. Bye.